So going old school here, back with the green screen, but I thought a few things needed to be said really. I've done a few videos recently where I've been sort of more political, going out of left field a little bit, and a couple of people didn't like it. The video I did about halal meat and my critiques of that, there are a few people sort of saying, oh, you know, this goes against the mission of Srspower, which has been updated, by the way, quite some time ago, if you've been paying attention. But also, yeah, my video about the far left and the media, people sort of complaining about that, saying, oh, I want you to do shooting videos, and let's make no mistake here, I'll make videos about whatever I want to make videos about. But there's also a broader thing going on here, because everyone keeps talking about unity, and it's something that sort of comes up just because Mike Yardley's shooting his mouth off again. But I'll tell you one thing about Mike Yardley, which might surprise you, and that is that he does actually do one thing for the shooting community that a lot of other people aren't doing, which is talking about something other than shooting all the time. I mean, shooting's great, I'm really passionately into shooting, but I don't define myself by that. I define myself by lots of things. I've got lots of interests, lots of things I want to talk about, lots of things I want to use to express myself. And if I can bring more people to my channel who identify with me for other reasons, not just shooting, but they can also think, well, I'm not really into shooting, I don't really want to do shooting, but I can see that this guy who that I sort of support does it as well, then that's going to do a lot more for the sport than navel-gazing, shouting into an echo chamber, just asking everyone who already shoots and likes shooting anyway, just to be supportive of it. Like I said, that's the least we can do. And as I said, at least Mike Yardley, he goes on the news, he talks about terrorism, he talks about all kinds of things, usually talking complete bollocks, by the way, but nonetheless, he's bringing people into the fold who aren't people who potentially might shoot. They aren't this sort of person who might go down the range and have a go and get really into it. They're people who will never shoot, they will never even consider shooting. But they're identifying with someone, they like someone, they follow someone who also has a hobby and an interest that, yeah, isn't their cup of tea, but they're going to look at it with more sympathetic eyes, and they will become educated about it, and they will tacitly support it. That's what we need to do. Do you honestly think tomorrow we're going to get a significant proportion of the UK population to suddenly start going out shooting? No, you're not. You might get a few, a lot more people, and that's great, and that's, that's welcome. But what you really need is the broad number of people who are really indifferent, who don't have an opinion on it, or perhaps have opinions that can easily be changed through education, for those people to start seeing people around that they like and admire and want to have, follow, who do that as well. So that's, part of the reason why I'm doing other kinds of videos. But also, like I said, I don't want to pigeonhole myself like that. And if you don't like it, well, frankly, I don't care. I'm not getting any money from advertising anymore. The only people who are contributing are my patrons. And unfortunately, I can't remember all three of their names at the moment off the top of my head, because they came on very recently, but I'll have them at the bottom of the screen. And big thanks to you guys. Now, if you're a patron, you're putting your money where your mouth is, and you go onto my Patreon page after I've posted a video, and you make suggestions, or say, I like this, I didn't like that, I will definitely take that on board. But if you're not putting your money where your mouth is, frankly, get bent. It's not my problem. This is my channel, and I'll make videos about whatever I want to make them about. If I make a video that you don't like, don't watch it. But other people will. And that's how we're going to draw more people to look at shooting with sympathetic eyes.